She never asked to be noticed. She didn't crave attention. But that day, under the harsh flickering lights of the school cafeteria, everyone noticed her. Her name was Ellie, quiet, smart, always sitting in the far corner of the cafeteria with her nose in a book and headphones muffling the noise around her. She was the kind of girl people overlooked, not because she lacked anything, but because she didn't try to stand out. She wore the same gray hoodie most days, her hair always tucked behind her ears, eyes down, shoulders hunched. A shadow among the crowd. But even shadows can't hide forever. Ellie had always known that school wasn't kind to people like her. Being quiet made her an easy target. Being different, that sealed it. Her world was a delicate routine of avoiding confrontation, of taking longer routes to class, of pretending she didn't hear the whispers and laughter behind her back. It was survival, not living. The worst of them was Taylor and her crew. Mean girls who wore their cruelty like a badge of honor. Taylor had money, status, and a venomous streak that made her the queen bee no one dared challenge. For weeks, she and her sidekicks, Haley and Jenna, had teased Ellie, small things at first. Tripping her in the hallway. Leaving sticky notes on her locker that said things like, "mute mouse." Stealing her lunch and posting photos of it online with hashtags like #silentdiet. But Ellie never reacted. And for some people, silence is a challenge. That day in the cafeteria, Ellie had just sat down with her tray, soup, an apple, and a sandwich her dad made her. She pulled out her book, ready to lose herself in its pages, when the shadows loomed. Taylor's voice dripped with sarcasm. "Ah, look. The mouse reads books during lunch. Must be hard not having any friends." Ellie didn't respond. She turned the page. Haley swiped the book out of her hands, flipping through the pages like it was garbage. What even is this? Fantasy crap. Then came the moment no one would forget. Jenna, snickering, reached over and yanked at Ellie's hoodie. Ellie pulled back, startled, but before she could move, Taylor grabbed the front of her shirt and ripped it straight down the middle. The cafeteria went still. Laughter echoed like thunder. Phones came out. Someone shouted, "Oh my God, did you see that?" Ellie sat frozen, her torn shirt clinging to her, chest heaving, heart slamming against her ribs. Her cheeks burned, not with shame, but with something hotter, deeper. Rage. She stood up. And something changed. For months, Ellie had been taking self-defense classes. Her dad, worried about the bullying, had begged her to try it. She hadn't told anyone, least of all the girls tormenting her. Now, in the middle of that buzzing, watching crowd, Ellie stepped out of the corner they had shoved her into for years. Taylor smirked. "What are you gonna do? Cry?" She didn't cry. She moved. With a calmness that chilled the air, Ellie turned and faced Taylor. Her fists clenched, but her face was still. Taylor stepped forward, arms raised to shove her again, but Ellie blocked the push, pivoted, and in one swift move, struck Taylor's jaw with a clean, practiced punch. The cafeteria gasped. Taylor stumbled back, eyes wide in shock, then dropped to the floor. Jenna screamed. Haley rushed forward, but Ellie didn't flinch. She didn't attack again, she didn't have to. One was enough. Teachers rushed in moments later, splitting the scene. Phones disappeared. Ellie was escorted to the principal's office, her dad called in, while the girls who had tormented her for months now sat stunned, whispering among themselves. What happened next surprised everyone. Ellie wasn't suspended. Thanks to multiple witnesses and videos taken during the attack, it was clear she acted in self-defense. The school finally took notice of the months of bullying she had endured. Taylor and her crew were suspended, stripped of privileges, and put under close watch. Ellie's dad, usually soft-spoken, stood beside his daughter at a school board meeting and demanded change. And change came. But more than that, something shifted in Ellie. People started seeing her. Not just as the quiet girl, but as someone strong, someone brave. She didn't change her personality overnight, she still liked books, still preferred headphones over gossip. But now, she walked with her head up. She started joining clubs, found friends who didn't mock silence but respected it. And sometimes, at lunch, she sat in the middle of the room, where anyone could see her. Because she had nothing to hide anymore. She had found her voice. And it didn't need to be loud to be powerful. The message she left behind that day was simple but unforgettable: you never know what someone is capable of until you push them too far. And sometimes, the quietest people have the strongest fight. It's not about fighting back with violence. It's about knowing you have worth.